Jack Squad, what's going on? Come on in here, y'all. We got stuff to talk about. Oh, I left my water. We got stuff to talk about. Come on. Come on. Come on. We got stuff to talk about. To get my water. Y'all know I can't function without my water. Okay, let's see. Come on, come on, come on. Hey, y'all, wait a minute. Y'all in here. Hold on. Hold on. I wasn't quite all the way ready. Now, I don't know why my, okay. Different devices do different things. Hold on, y'all. I can't see. I don't know why it ain't came up on my thing yet. On that device. So let's see what happens on this one. Okay.
Tips are all magnetic, so you can always change them.
It took a little longer. On there. Okay. All right. Every device is different. All right. Oh, it's bright. Okay. Hey, y'all. What's going on? I still don't see why don't I see the comments on here? So I'm trying something new on my tablet, right? Oh, here we go. Okay, got it. Hey, India, Neat, Keisha, Flyboys. What's going on, y'all? My peoples. Y'all don't know how y'all make me happy, right? Y'all just don't know. I haven't figured out how to do it on my thing. Whoo, child. I told y'all I need a team, but I'm doing it with myself. Me, myself, and I. Making it happen. Okay. And my cheekbones is a little. All right. So anyway, y'all, what's going on? How everybody doing? I can't wait to tell y'all about my solo trip. And you can hear from my mouth, I'm going to give a fair, honest opinion about the concert. I like the concert, me, myself, right? I had one of my cousins, she went to see it the day before in Cincinnati. And she was like, how you like it? Because I know she wanted to say something bad about it. But I ain't going to say nothing bad about Nam, one of them. You know why? Because Patty and Gladys is 81. Let's see if we can do all that at 81. Touring every night, city to city to city, or every other night. Some of them days, they all together. That's a lot, right? Shaka 72 and Stephanie Mills is 68. Now, let's see if any of our girl groups we like in the 90s and early 2000s, they still going to be kicking it 50 years later. I ain't got nothing bad to say. None at all. But I did go by myself, y'all. And I went by myself because it's only 2.5 hours from me, right? And I thought about going, let me tell y'all this. I thought about going to Chicago because Chicago is closer. Even though I'm in Indiana, Chicago is closer. Chicago's like 2 hours away, or an hour and 45 minutes, something like that, right? But Chicago prices was too extremely high. Was extreme. I don't even know how they can afford to go anywhere in Chicago, right? Now I am gonna take a one-day trip when the weather breaks. The weather just broke today. It's warm today. First day since I've been here. It's like 80 degrees or something, right? But just a day trip. Just drive up there, eat at Harold's, eat somewhere else, get on the boat and ride up and down the river, the lake, or whatever that is. See the architecture. They're known for their architecture and stuff like that, and then come on back. Let me tell y'all something. The ticket, now I was in right up front at 6th row, right? Right up front, right there, right? But the way they had the venue set up, the stage, I should say, had them far back. Even though the stage was right there, they was far back. I didn't get that part. But the same seat in Chicago would have cost me $500-something. And a room would have cost me $500-something. I don't know how people living in Chicago, child. I don't know how, because all of the rooms in the downtown area or nearby, I guess you have to go out of town and live out of to go. I don't know what you have to do. Was at $400 to $600 a night. A night. You got to be rich. So, yeah, I love me some Patty. Patty looked good. Yes, she did. Let me tell y'all something. Before I even get started, I have to pay homage. When Gladys came out first, then it was Stephanie, then it was Patty, then it was Shaka. Now I really thought Shaka would have came out and then Patty, because I know Patty gonna give a show. I've seen her before. I hadn't seen Shaka before. But what I think, this is just what I think now. I love all of everybody. I think Shaka just wasn't ready. And then they went on and put Patty out there because Patty had a longer show than any of them. So I don't know why Shaka was last. But anyway, when Gladys came out, y'all, I almost cried. Because Gladys is, listening to Gladys is like the soundtrack to my life, right? A little girl, early teens, in my 20s, right? Phenomenal. But anyway, let me get started with the start, right? So I didn't get the tickets in Chicago. I said, I'm going to go to Indianapolis. I'm going to go to Indianapolis. I ain't never been. I wasn't trying to sightsee. I'm just trying to see my girls. What got me, if y'all watched the video, what got me? Now, I stayed at the Sheraton, right? And because it said, you know, when I looked on the list, Sheraton was close to the venue, right? It was the cheapest. Let me see how I put this. It was the cheapest hotel close to the venue, right? That wasn't, you know, that was going to be decent, right? The price was decent because I had it off of hotels.com, so the rate was okay too. But they don't have any parking downtown in Indianapolis. No parking. The buildings, you know, when I first pulled up into downtown, I was like, "Ooh, these buildings is tight." All the buildings is close like this, right? You know, in Cleveland, even in Charlotte and in Atlanta, there's parking. You're going to find this parking, you know, somebody with a flag and you give them $20 and you park, right? Wasn't no parking, child. Way up the street it was before I even got there. I seen some dudes selling T-shirts and it was parking, but it was so far down, right? And so, no parking. And when I get there, if y'all seen the video, the man said, the sign said $55 valet. How am I going to pay you to stay in your hotel and I got to pay to park there? There was no parking. No parking. They had no parking at the Sheraton. And I don't know why I didn't check that. I don't know why I just assumed. So now when I book something, I got to make sure they got on-site parking, right? There was no parking. And they had an app. They had it set up so you can go to the link that they give you, and then your car comes down. You know, they get your car, and by the time you come downstairs, they tell you when it never worked. It didn't work. When I got ready to go to concert, I sat there 18, 20 minutes, and then I went downstairs, and the car was sitting there. Well, how was I supposed to know? Y'all weren't gonna tell me, but you know, it was work. And they keep sending me links for the review. I'm not giving y'all no review because you don't want to hear what I got to say. I didn't like it. Then when it was time to leave, the link didn't work. You know, for me to say I'm ready to go, bring my car up, it didn't work. So when I get downstairs, I didn't know these girls were the valet girls, right? They were just standing over there talking, so I didn't know what they was doing. They had on the jackets, but I didn't know what they was doing. So I had to, hey, y'all the valet? Oh yeah, y'all see me standing here, right? So the app, I telling her the app don't work. She was like, well, you didn't got to set up a profile. I did all that and I didn't pay. I did all of that. Well, no, you got to do this and you do that. So then she go in and talk to somebody at the desk. I go in right behind her because I done paid and go get my car. I'm ready to go, right? And so they hoo-hawed around for a minute. And then she was like, oh, okay, yeah. Well, you know, sometimes the app acts goofy. So if you know that, why you acting weird with me? Why? I got the key and with your thing on my key has the thing is on the key that says I paid, right? So go get the key and you'll see that I paid, right? That got on my nerves a little bit. If I ever go back to Indiana, which I doubt, I ain't staying. I got to make sure because even when you go to a restaurant to get something to eat, they don't have any parking. So you have to double and triple park with your flashes on. So when your flashes on, I don't know because I don't do it. I'm from Cleveland and we don't leave our car unattended with it unlocked. If your flashes are on, is the key in there or do the flashes work without the key? Somebody tell me. I don't know because I was like, I ain't doing that. I ain't leaving my car out here and go in there. Huh? And it was the quietest. It's another part of downtown. It was the quietest downtown I ever seen. It was just quiet. There wasn't no noise, no sounds, no nothing, no people walking, except for when I got to the venue. To go grab something. Yeah, Keisha, Keisha, you know where we from. We don't do that. We do not do that. We do not do that. That's how I was in Cali. Hey, T, we had to pay to park at the garage at the hotel. Yeah, no. All that was scary to me. Shit, I'm going to leave my car unattended. I got to take all my suitcase. I got to take everything with me, right? I was like, oh, no. Then I go to Jimmy John's. I'm eating at Jimmy John's in Cleveland, in Charlotte, and maybe in Atlanta, right? The Jimmy John's didn't toast the bread. Certain sandwiches didn't get toasted. You had to buy a big sandwich if you wanted to get toasted. So I was like, well, why can't you just put it in there? He said, well, the way it's calibrated, it'll burn it. Huh? Oh, I was so disappointed in Indiana. But anyway, they validated my car, got me something to eat at Jimmy John, which was horrible. It was a tuna sandwich. And I saw it, but because I was so hungry, I didn't pay any attention. They said double cheese. I don't like double cheese. And it was provolone at that. Who told y'all to put provolone on the tuna? Anyway, I had to pull the cheese out. I just didn't like it. It was just something to eat so I wouldn't starve while I was at the concert, right? I go to the concert. Now, the GPS, another thing about Indiana, the GPS didn't work right. It kept switching. You know what I'm saying? The streets was funny. It was just all weird, right? But I get to the venue. Of course, there's no parking. How y'all got a major team? The Pacers ain't the Pacers an NBA major team, and ain't got no parking. Now parking lot in sight. Wasn't a parking lot in sight. Not that they was full. Wasn't one in sight. Like we got in Cleveland, y'all know we got the Cavs, we got the Browns, we got who else? The Indians, right? All of that is a long, big stretch. You can walk to them. Okay, we can walk to the Browns, sort of, kind of. It's at the lake. But the Indians, the Cavs, and the Indians, it's kind of close together. They stadiums is kind of close together, right? But it's parking all up and down on the front end, all up and down Prospect, all up and down Euclid, all up and down Carnegie. There's parking lots, right? You got Wolstein Center. You know, there's a lot of venues they have there, all kind of the theater district. How y'all ain't got no parking spots down here? How you got a major team and ain't got no parking for them? So you mean to tell me, and from what I hear the night before, the Pacers won the game and it was a big deal, So people just walk. Now, I walked about a block, but everybody else was. So as I was passing the venue and said, oh, this is the venue right here. Now the GPS was telling me to go down and turn the corner or something, right? As I was passing the venue, said, oh, this is the venue. I noticed people walking from down there. I look around. Ain't no parking lots, nowhere, just buildings tight up together. So I said, okay, I'm gonna go down the street and follow these people because they obviously walking from a parking lot and going here. I could tell by the way they was dressed. It was Gertrude, Mildred, Viola. It was all them, right? Cleotis, all of them. I was like, oh yeah, they're going, right? So I'm gonna follow them. I'm gonna see where they coming from. It was a crowd of folks, right? So and I got up under it was a little like a bridge or something, right? And then when I got to the corner, it was about a block, but a long block. Got to the corner, I see the lot. Ooh, I see the lot, right? And so the guy was like, yeah, go over here. Now I got quick cash because I never carry cash. I had got a $20 bill from the store because I was like, maybe I'm going to have to pay for the parking, right? Thankfully, the parking lot was $20, right? And then I just walked with the crowd of people, Now, I wanted to wear my shoes, right? I was going to be cute. I was going to high step on up in there for the girls, right? They couldn't do that. I had to wear my flats, child. I had to wear my sandals on up in there, right? But now, this is another thing about Indianapolis, right? So it's called the Gainbridge Fieldhouse, right? I call myself early. I like to be early. Y'all know I'm an early bird. I see the line long. Cool. I'm here. I got there probably 5. It started at 7. I got there about 6:30, right? Which was a little late, but it's because I couldn't figure out the parking. I didn't know there was no parking because my plan was to get down there early, park at a lot, and go into the place, right? That didn't happen. And I had to go around the corner a couple times and so on and so forth. Anyway, when I got in the line, Mildred, Curtis now, they can't find their tickets in their phone, right? Listen, everybody, if you don't know the technology, Just go old school. We'll call. The tickets will be sitting over there when you get there. Don't be trying to do all that IT high-tech stuff and you don't know where it's at, right? So, of course, I get in the line that's slow. We just standing there. Now, why we standing here, right? Because Curtis and Ethel don't know where they ticket. They don't know how to find their tickets, right? So instead of the people at the thing saying, just scoot over here and I'll help you, or we'll get somebody to help you, we just stood there while they looking all through their phone. When I went in there, they were still looking through their phone, right? Okay. But this is the kicker. This is the kicker. I didn't know this. I guess this is after pandemic because I don't remember it ever being like this. So when you go to venues now, you have to have a little purse, preferably a wallet, right? Now, next time I go somewhere, I'm going to have a wallet. Even though I had a small bag, the lady ahead of me, right? She was like, she was here the night before for the game. And she was like, you gotta be able to fold your purse up and it got to fit in this little basket. You know them little baskets that at the airport, right? I'm like, huh? Now I got a small bag, but I ain't getting it. So I didn't have nothing in there but my glasses and nothing. I had my phone. So I took my phones out, right? And so I'm gonna squish my little bag up, right? And I said, well, if it push come to shove, I just leave it here, right? So I watch. Now, this is what I did not like. It was just like you was going to jail. You had to take off all your jewelry, all your belts. People had on belts, all your everything. Damn near had to take your wig off to go through the sensor, right? I don't like that. I don't like that. As a woman, you're looking pretty. You're going where you're going. I don't have to take everything off to get through the door, right? Like you're going to visit an inmate. That was a problem. That made the line. Really, I should have got there an hour and a half before, and then I'd have been happy. I don't like being tense because the show about to start. It's almost 7. We just stood in the line, and we still standing here trying to get through the sensor, right? So the lady that was in front of me, she said, I've been going on solo trips. I said, me too, girl. You better get with it. She probably about my age, right? She was like, yeah, I know. I was like, girl, do you? You only live once, and you can't wait on them to go somewhere with you. Just go and do your thing, right? Meet some people where you go. When I go somewhere, I talk to whoever next to me. They don't want to talk, which they ain't never happened, but I talk to whoever next to me, right? So anyway, finally get through. I didn't have to fold my purse up, but I did have to take off everything. So now everything off. But in the meantime, it's 7:05. We've been in the line 30 minutes. It's 7:05. I'm thinking the show has started because I could hear the music. But what it was they was playing their music, right? Now I'm on the floor. It starts up high. So I got to walk all the way down and then walk all the way down to the floor level. That's another 5, 6, 7 minutes. Then when I get there, even though it hadn't started, I thought it had. I panicked because I want to see everything from beginning to end. When I get there, another thing I didn't like about the Gamebridge Fieldhouse, they didn't have enough attendants. You had to look over here and look around and look for one, right? They didn't have enough. Events, I'm going to say this again because this is all I've been to other cities. I'm in Charlotte and Cleveland and Atlanta. There's attendants, somebody to help you. You shouldn't have to look around and holler and scream and hooty hoop for somebody to figure out who to help you. They didn't have enough attendants. Somebody told me later, well, they tired because they was here yesterday. That's their job. So I didn't like the venue at all. I didn't like the venue. Not really. And it's only one door. Again, I'm used to being in Cleveland and other cities. You got several doors you can go in and out of. They got one door, y'all. And the building goes in a circle. They have one door. One. So that was that. So when I get to my seat, like I said, they directed me to my seat, and I had a good seat. I could see everything. But they had the stage. I don't understand because when you sit in the front, when you sit on the floor in the front, you can see their shoes, you can see everything. You couldn't see that there. You could see like waist. You really couldn't see. They had them far. I don't know what it was, but you really couldn't see. But it was a lady. I wasn't at the end. I was at the next to the end, right? I thought I was at the end, but I was at the next to the end. And that was a big lady. She was a big lady, right? So it was 2 seats on this side. I said, well, I know the people coming eventually because they flow seats and they cost some money. I know they're coming. Well, as soon as I get to having a good time, here they come. And they was big. I almost couldn't. They had me. I had to sit at the edge of the seat. I had to sit at the edge because I couldn't sit back. I couldn't, it was too much. It was too much, right? But I enjoyed the concert. I enjoyed the concert. What you say, Keisha special? Nah, you can't do that in none of them places. Yeah, Cleotis now. Why they still singing? Because they can and they love it. You know, I know that Patty and Gladys started off as teenagers with Motown. They've been doing this all they know. It's like, look at Smokey Robinson still going on tour. He 80-something, can't hardly move. So is Ron Isley. So is Eddie OJ, right? That's all they know. They've been doing it all their life. And who knows what their finances is like? Because, you know, people get money now. They might not have been getting that kind of money, you know, all that time, right? But I'm going to say this. Now, Gladys came out first, like I said. Gladys looks 80. She looks 81. She looks good, but she looks 81. And they had to, she had to hold on to a dude to get out there. He had to bring her out there, right? Now, she didn't do a whole lot of moving, but she 81. I didn't expect her to. And it looked like she kept looking back at her singers and her bands for cues, right? I'm hoping that Gladys can make it through. Now, Cleveland is her last stop too, Keisha. One of my girlfriends told me she got her ticket already for Cleveland. I wanted to go now because I personally don't know how these ladies gonna be able to do these tours at that age and not miss a show. Now, they ain't missed one yet, but this is the beginning of the tour, right? I don't know if that's healthy. Patty been doing it. I don't know if that's healthy for Gladys. Stephanie looks good. Shaka looks good, right? I just don't know if Gladys can do that till October. I don't know if she can do that. She sang. Now she sang, and because I love her so, she didn't sing the songs all the way through. And of course, her voice is not as strong as it used to be, but she still sounded good, right? It, like I said, it almost brought me to tears because I never seen her. I've always wanted to see it. I never saw her, right? And then, you know, a lot of her songs, she sang with her brother and her cousin, the Pips. So they're not there. She had the background. Her background singers was good. I think her band people were good, right? And she only did about 25 minutes. But I don't expect her to do. I'm happy that she did that. I'm happy that she did that. The lady is 81 years old. 81 years old. And you could feel her energy. You could tell that she knew that she was loved. And maybe she was shocked by the love. You know, she's been going, I think this is about her 4th, 5th city. I don't know. Because the tour just started, right? You could tell that she was excited and happy about the love that she was receiving, right? Because she kept blowing kisses. She kept saying, I love y'all, right? And you could feel her energy. I'm telling you, it almost made me cry. I almost cried because I love me some Gladys Knight. I almost cried. My top 4 or 5 old school is Gladys, Patty, Aretha. Gladys, Patty, Aretha. Hold on. So the like I said, Gladys, Aretha, Patty, Diana, my favorites, right, of all time. I've seen all of them but Gladys, right? So I was happy to see her. I was very happy to see her. But she clearly has aged. She's aged since the verses. Remember her and Patty did the verses? She doesn't look as healthy, you know, as she did doing the verses, right? And her voice was not as strong as it had been. But they've been singing. I don't know how many places they've been cities, they've been touring. I don't know, maybe 10 so far. I don't even think they've been 10, but they've been touring. And that's a lot on anybody's throat, especially somebody older, right? So I was happy. Yeah, it's a blessing to be able to be that successful. Yeah, right? Listen, I was happy. I'm telling you, Gladys almost made me cry because it took me back in my head. The people my family members who I was around when this music was out, they not here no more. Like it was deep for me, right? And then Stephanie came out. Stephanie's full of energy. I remember I seen Stephanie one time. This was a long time ago, like in the 80s. And she gave one of the best shows I'd ever seen, right? And she had a chair. You know, they didn't have all that like they have now, all the singers and the band and all that, right? She did a song with a chair. And she moved that chair where I had never seen nothing like that. Stephanie was good. And Stephanie sounded good, But towards the last song, her voice got gravelly, and she at the end of each song, she would go and drink something, and then she would eat something. Like, I don't know what it was. She would have a spoon, and she would, and I guess she sucked on it or something. I don't know what it was. But they, you know, they had to take care of their voice, and they older, right? I enjoyed her. She had energy. And then Patty came out. Queen. Patty came out, right? Patty looked gorgeous. They all look good. I don't even think Stephanie didn't really look like she had on the makeup. She looked gorgeous, right? Patty came out in great Patty fashion, right? And just gorgeous, right? And then she sang some songs, and I thought it was the end. But I was like, Patty ain't tell us bye. So the DJ, which was a female, started playing music, right? And people started line dancing, right? You know, because I was by the aisle. They started line dancing. People was having a good time. So I said, well, Patty, this intermission, what's going on, right? Child, Patty came back out about 10, 15 minutes later. She came back out with a whole new fit, a whole new wig. Looked even better than she did before, right? And she finished her show. Patty did a long time. Patty did good. She did well. She said, y'all know I'm 81, right? And then she said, because they both turned 81 last week. And then she said, she was trying to tell us something. She said, you know what? I wanted to tell y'all something, but I done forgot it. And just start singing the song, right? I appreciate these ladies because I know some folks right now, 51 can't move around like they do. Look at Mary. Mary going from tour to tour. Mary looked tired every time you see her. Now, they say in Cleveland she did a good job. She didn't do like she's been doing in these other cities, right? Mary just stand there with the mic sometimes. She can't hardly move. You know, that takes a lot. That takes a lot to do that to every night at a certain age, right? So I applaud them. I really do. It was some honey. I was something because she would spoon it and then she would swallow, right? And so I was like, I wonder what that is, right? She did that after every song, right? And then, like I said, Patty came out and did her thing. Right? And then Shaka came out. Shaka said, I swear Shaka looked like she's 44. Her body and everything, right? She looked good and she sounded good. Like I said, Patty didn't even, she hit the notes a little bit, you know, but her voice ain't as strong. I saw Patty maybe about 7 years ago. But again, she's 81. So I don't expect a lot from these people, right? You know, I'm happy that they was able to come and get on the stage, right? And Patty had excellent, Stephanie Mills had excellent background singers. She had 3 dudes, right? And she let each one of them sing a song and they cut up. What I'm gonna do is, I got a lot of footage. I'm not gonna put it on YouTube because I don't want to get struck or fired or whatever they do, right? I'm gonna put it on YouTube. Probably between the next few days, right? So it'll be on my YouTube. So just look, I'm not on my YouTube, on my TikTok. I'm gonna put it on my TikTok because you can do that on TikTok. I'll be showing excerpts, you know, of each one of them on my TikTok because it really was good. And it's like I said, it was supposed to start at 7. Might have started at 7:15, and it was about 10:15. I gave 3 hours, you know. Because like I said, Gladys didn't do that long, but Shaka gave it her all. Shaka looks good. Her body looked like a 30-year-old woman. She looked good, right? I have no complaints about the singers at all. I have no complaints because, again, they are much older than me. I have no complaints, right? I don't know. That's what they've been doing all their life is touring, right? Is, you know, singing, right? Especially Gladys. And Patty, right? You know, Stephanie had her son, you know, she had a special needs son, and he was on stage with her. She out in the beginning, and then I guess he was off to the side, and then at the end, she brought him up, and they waved and everything. I enjoyed it. I really did. I enjoyed it. I didn't like the hotel, that situation. Had it not been for that, it was a 10 out of 10 for me. Because what do you expect of somebody that's past, is in retirement age, right? You know, I enjoyed it. I enjoyed it tremendously, right? You know, the next day, yesterday, I had already Googled the soul food place, right? I Googled it, then I went on TikTok to see what the TikTok people said about it, right? And so I went to Country Kitchen, and my daughter-in-law, she's from here, so that's why we're here. She's from here, right? But I didn't tell her about where I was going, and it was good. Now I wanted to get there before 12 because the people were saying how good it was. When I got there, was only one person in there, right? I was like, ooh, cool, right? Before I could take my order, it filled up, right? People started coming up in there, right? The food was good. The macaroni and cheese was not as cheesy, but it was good. It was better than any macaroni and cheese I ever had in Charlotte, right? Charlotte, they don't know how to make it. I've been in a whole bunch of restaurants. They don't know how to make mac and cheese. Why? I don't know. But it was good. It was okay. I put it like that. It was cheesy, wasn't, but the greens was excellent, and the yams was yamming, and I had fish. The fish was deep fried, like it was supposed to. The cornbread was good, right? Wasn't jiffy. And the peach cobbler was good. The peach cobbler was so good. All of it was so good. I couldn't eat it all at once. I had to eat it. I ate some, and then I got on the road, and I ate the rest when I got home. It was good. It was good. So I enjoyed myself. So I suggest to anybody, if you can, if it's something you want to do, go do it. Period. You was born by yourself. You're gonna leave here by yourself, right? Because I don't meet no strangers. So I talk to whoever's sitting there, whoever by me, I talk to them. I was standing in line, I talked to that lady because she got on my nerves. When I sat down, I talked to the ladies on the side of me. It don't matter who, it could be dudes, I don't care who it is. I'm gonna talk to you, right? If I got something to say. And I get up and get my wraps and go on home, right? As we walk in, and when we left, as we walk into the parking lot, there was people talking. I talk with them. Some guys, I talk with them. They say, okay, see you later. All right, see you later. If you waiting on somebody because you single or because your cousin, your friend, because my girlfriends, a lot of them don't want to do anything, right? And plus a lot of them is in other cities, they are in other cities. So it's like, either you is or you're going to sit on the couch. What you going to do? What you going to do, right? And I would have been pondering because when I was in Charlotte, it was coming to Charlotte. Was it coming to Charlotte? They was coming to Atlanta. That was the closest place. It was too expensive, right? It was too expensive. And I'm trying to think what the other place when I was in Charlotte. Was it Charlotte? Or Charlotte was way down the line or something like that, right? So I wanted to see them so badly. Then when I got here, I said, okay, Indianapolis and Chicago. Chicago was so high, it just didn't make no sense, right? And so I said, well, I'm going to go to Indianapolis. God see fit. I didn't really have the money to go. But something happened, and I got it, right? So I was like, okay, that's the sign to go. Because I really wanted to go because I'd never seen Gladys, and I know Gladys ain't about to swing back around again. This is it for her, I'm sure. This is it, probably it for Patty, too. Might be it for all of them, but I know Gladys ain't come back out after when this is over, right? So I'm really happy and pleased with myself that I was able to go. I really am. Hey, Didi. This is my cousin. Now, this is my cousin Didi I'm telling you about. And I said, ask me, how did I like it? Now, Didi, she did have on that outfit the day before, but she 81. Didi, you got to give her a pass. This is my cousin Didi. She going to say I'm hating. Yes, you is. Yes, she is. Yes, she is. And Didi go everywhere. She go everywhere by herself. This is my cousin, y'all. If y'all remember, told me don't eat on camera. Don't be eating and fussed at me. But I enjoyed it. Did you enjoy it, Didi? They on resale. What you mean resale? What's that? The cheaper? What's that, Didi? When they put them on resale, you can't get them straight from Ticketmaster or from the box office. What that mean? When it's on resale? My friend, she said she got her ticket the other day for Cleveland. What that mean, resale, Didi? Tell me what that mean. And y'all didn't want to wait till where they came to Cleveland, because Cleveland is their last stop. Y'all went to Cincinnati. Gladys was my favorite. Mine too. Gladys is the soundtrack to our life. Shit. Higher prices. Really? Yeah. Because I was thinking about it, because I was like, I might go to Cleveland. I could go stay with my son or something like that. Say anybody in Cleveland. But I was like, I don't want to go. I don't want to wait to the end. I didn't want to wait to the end because Cleveland, their last stop. I was like, they're going to be wore out by the time they get to Cleveland. I didn't want to wait till the end. Yeah. So I enjoyed it. I really did. With the exception of the hotel, the hotel was nice, but the hotel was nice. So let me tell y'all something. So I stayed at the Sheraton, right? I don't know why I didn't check this. Probably because I didn't know that I got the ticket at the last minute, sort of, kind of, like, right, week or two before. So I wasn't, usually I check if they got breakfast, parking lot, I do all that. I don't know why I didn't do that this time. So when I got there, I said, what time is breakfast? She say, it's $25. And it's right over there after Alex. They had Jay Alexander's or somebody over there. You know, all these girl child by. You know, Sheraton back when I was growing up was a elite hotel. Y'all ain't elite no more because it's old up in there, right? It was nice, but I wasn't doing all that. Would you say I got in trouble listening to Shaka on the way to church? Did you? Yeah, Shaka. I was just amazed at Shaka. Her skin, Stephanie, they skin and all that look good, right? They look good. And, like I said, I seen Patty about 7 years ago. And her energy is a little lower, but she 81. You know what I'm saying? And she still gave it all she got. She gave it all she had. You know what I'm saying? She gave it all she had. I really appreciated it, for real. Because it's a once-in-a-lifetime thing for me. Because Gladys ain't coming back out no more. If Gladys make it through here without exhaustion, she ain't doing that no more. And I thought about it. I wonder who put it down in where I was at. They said Black somebody Productions or something, right? But I wonder who thought of that because Gladys and Patty did the verses together, which I loved. And then Stephanie and Shaka, remember they did the verses, and Stephanie had to remember Shaka's words for it, right? But that was a monumental event for me. For me, it was. I'd have seen a lot of folks, but that meant something to me, right? Well, let me tell you this. I don't want to put it all out here on the World Wide Web, but Shaka was something. Now I'm gonna just leave it right there. She was something. That's why I think. Now, when you went to see Didi, did Shaka come? What was the lineup when you came? Did Shaka go before Patty or after? Because I thought Patty should have left, been the last one because she has the most energy, right? But Shaka was the last one. But we waited. It was a wait we waited for Shaka for a minute. I was still in my parents' room until 2 years ago. Really? Shaka was last. Okay, Shaka going last. Okay, I wonder why they had Shaka last. Because for me, it should have been the reverse. Gladys first, because she ain't gonna do that long. Then Stephanie, and then Shaka, and then Patty. But they had Shaka last. Okay. All right. It didn't make no difference. I enjoyed it, child. I enjoyed it. And that right in front of us, like in the first row, it was Regina Bell, right? And they shouted her out. And then as soon as it was over, they whisked her past us to the back behind the stage somewhere, right? But child, wouldn't nobody know who you was, Regina. I like Regina Bell, but wouldn't nobody know. Yeah, so, but I enjoyed it, right? And like I said, y'all, like my cousin Didi will tell you, Didi go everywhere. She done been everywhere. She's still going. What's your next trip, Didi? She go out the country quite often and all of that. So my next trip is to the Essence Fest in about 30 days. I'm leaving July the 2nd. I'm leaving July 2nd. 30 days, yeah. Yeah, I'm leaving July 2nd. I'm leaving July 2nd, but because I bought my ticket in Charlotte, I got to fly to Charlotte and then do it like that because I couldn't switch it around because I didn't get the insurance, right? And I got the cheapest ticket, of course. I always get the cheapest flight. As long as it's nonstop, I'm gonna get the cheapest flight. So one of my cousins is supposed to meet me down there. I hope she do. If she don't, she don't. If she do, she do. Scared to travel with Trump in office. Are you? Oh, why? Cause out the country because you can't get back in. I thought about that. Now, Didi, me and Jazz going to Jamaica in October. You better let me back in now. Because I saw today that a woman president in one of the countries in Africa said she deporting either 50 or 500 Americans. Said if we can't be over there, y'all can't be over here. I saw that today. I'm going to Jamaica now. I'm going to Jamaica because I love Jamaica, right? And I'm going, and we got a Jazz friend is a videographer. Hopefully, he said he's coming. Hopefully, he'll be able to come, and then we'll have a film of the trip, right? So we'll see how that go. In 2 weeks, she going in 2 weeks. Yeah. Yeah. So yeah, I can't wait to go there. I can't wait. Like I said, today is the first day it got warm. Today is the first day that it got warm. Matter of fact, I got on my sleeves ain't long, but they like 3/4 length, right? Because I was like, I don't know what it say it's gonna be warm, but it really did actually warm up and turn out to be a nice day. A little windy, but it was a nice day. So yeah, that's my trip, y'all, to Indianapolis, to the nap town, right? Enjoyed myself. You know, again, I can't stress enough. Just do your thing, right? Just do your thing. You know, whatever it is. You know, a lot of my friends wouldn't dare not travel by themselves, but y'all know my motto: make it happen for yourself. And I live that. I've always lived that. So it is what it is. You know, yeah, it'd be fun to have your girlfriend laugh and talk. I just laugh and talk with the people around me. Yeah. Oh, somebody get married? Oh, in Jamaica? Oh, okay. I gotta find out who. Okay. Okay. I'm in Elkhart. You ain't never heard of it, child, probably. It's in no man's land. It's definitely Midwest. It's in Midwest. Shit, that's all I can say. It's in Midwest, no man's land.
It's by Notre Dame.
It's by Notre Dame. The college Notre Dame.
15, 20 minutes away.
Notre Dame is here in Indiana.
It's 20 minutes away.
Shut up.
Yeah, right by Sophia.
I never knew Notre Dame was in Indiana.
We right in Notre Dame.
We got to drive over there so I can see and take pictures.
Oh, it's lit.
I know it is. I got to go. Oh, I didn't know Notre Dame. Now, see, I ain't passed me. I passed it, but I ain't social studies, but I ain't know about geography all the time. Okay. You heard of it, Dee? But child, that's where I'm at. That's my daughter-in-law. She's from here. So we left Atlanta. They came here. But we get ready to go, Dee. We get ready to go to Texas. We get ready to go to Texas. Family packing up, moving out like the Clampets. You know we like the Clampets. They closed Notre Dame in Cleveland. I didn't know we had another. Where was Notre Dame at in Cleveland, Dee? I know they got one in Cincinnati. They had a Notre Dame in Cleveland. Shit, I didn't know that. Huh? Where at? Oh, in South Bend. Yeah, we got to go out there. When your next day off? I'm talking to my daughter-in-law. When your next day off? Okay, we need to go out there Monday. We going out there Monday. Yes, I can take pictures. You know, I'm all about the content and about experiences. I want experience in my life. I want experiences, good experiences. When I get ready to go up to the Lord, I did a lot of things, Lord. I experienced a lot of things. You know what I'm saying? Now, today is Tuesday. I'm busy, y'all. I'm embarking on a new endeavor. Like I said, I ain't going to talk about it yet till I get it together, which I must be doing tomorrow, Wednesday and Thursday. Probably Friday. I am, as soon as I get it together and get myself situated, I am going to go live quite often. It's just that I got stuff I got to do right now. I got to get my coins. I got to get stuff in order to get my coins, right? So you're close to Louisville. Now we're going to have to meet up. Child, this ain't close to Louisville. Where Louisville? How far Louisville is to here? Louisville, Kentucky? That's Kentucky. That's probably 8 hours away, child. I don't drive past 3. Today, where I go, not today. When I went to Indianapolis, that's 2.5. That was about too much. Because what I realized, y'all, is my car seats. I thought it was my leg. I was like, am I getting old? But my car seats, because my son rode in the car, he was like, it's your seats, Mom. Because when I went to Atlanta, like my butt was hurting, my thigh on my right side. My seats are not wide enough or comfortable enough or something. Because when I drove to Atlanta a couple times, my right leg was hurting. You know, the leg I drive with. I'm like, am I getting old? But it's my seats are not comfortable. So I can't do no more than 2 hours for real. Because yesterday, I didn't stop at all. I just drove straight through. That last 30 minutes like killed me because my leg was going to sleep. Your aunt in Jamaica right now having a blast. I know that's right. Hey, Connie. Hey, Connie, missed you too. I can't wait to get to Jamaica. Because see, the last time I went with my friends, and it was her birthday, so we did her thing, and we was up in the mountains in a villa, and we had a full staff, and all that was nice. We in a resort, all-inclusive resort. I want to be down there with the action. Okay? I want to be down there with the action. I want to meet me a Jamaican man. I'm going to get my Jamaican boyfriend while I'm over there. Don't y'all be judging me. I'm going to get my Jamaican boyfriend, right? That's what I'm going to do. Get my Jamaican boyfriend. I'm gonna meet him. I'm talking about that. I'm manifesting this right now. I'm gonna meet him. I'm gonna meet him. And I'm gonna go to Jamaica every 3 months. That's when I get rich. I'm gonna go to Jamaica every 3 months and be with my Jamaican boyfriend. Okay. Don't y'all judge me. I'm just gonna live my life, okay, to the best of my ability. My Jamaican boyfriend, I'm going to see him every 3 months. Every 3 months. I don't want him to come over here. I want to go over there. I want to go over there because it's so tropical and so beautiful and so like paradise, right? I'm going over there, and I'm gonna go every 90 days to see my boyfriend. All right, that's what I'm gonna do. But anyway, y'all, I don't know when I'm gonna go back live again because I got some things I got to do. I got to get set up and do. Let me see. I want to say today Tuesday. I need to go live Friday. Maybe Friday. But I'll let y'all know. I know y'all do. Maybe Friday I'll go live because tomorrow on Thursday I'm definitely gonna be busy with my endeavors. So it'll probably be on Friday. But anyway, y'all, I just wanted to share with y'all. I hope y'all see the video. I did the best I could, and keeping y'all what was happening. And like I said, I'm gonna share the video. I have a lot. I got to get them together, and I'm gonna probably do one at a time, one performer at a time, and put them on TikTok because they definitely can't go on YouTube. Next thing I know, they be sending me a message. I can't go live no more or something. So I'm gonna put them on TikTok, and then I put some shorts and stuff on Facebook and Instagram. Probably do that tonight or something when I got time. But anyway, y'all, I'm going because I got to chat with my peoples. I got to chat with my daughter-in-law. We got a master plan. We got to get together, right? Y'all know I'm always doing something. Something is always going on, right? Yep. Hey, Kay, what's going on, Kay? All right, so I'm gonna see y'all probably Friday. Yeah, I'm for sure Friday, but not Wednesday, Thursday, because I got stuff to do. I got to do. But anyway, see y'all, Jack Squad. Bye bye. So, Britt.